Welcome, folks, to Final Fantasy XI again. How you all doing? I'm doing good. Let's see, we're just looking for a basic shield. Decreases our agility, the shell shield does. That is kind of a cool shield. Anyway. Now that that's done... now that that's done... Let's see, I don't think we can equip that yet either. No, we can, because we're level 8. Of course we can. We can equip our shield. There were several things we needed to do before we get started on the Sandoria missions, which we can technically start. First of all, there's a couple of side missions we need to do, a couple of side quests. Starting with one of the most interesting ones, and that will come in handy really shortly, is one called Exit the Gambler. This is a Sandoria specific one, and it just saves us having to buy a map. That's really all it does. Let's see. He's at F3 in northern Sandoria. One thing I did do, and this is something you should do, and this is get used to the macro commands. As we can see, we've got 20 books, and each book contains 20 different macros that you can use. Yes. This is my basic trust summon one. And, let's just hope you can spell their names correctly, because otherwise it just doesn't work. I've got 4 trusts set up in here, but we won't be able to summon 4 until sometime around level 18 or so. Because that's when we unlock sub-jobs, which is when we'll go to Selbina. So we're looking for F3. F3. Okay. That's outside the Carpenter's Guild up there. One thing that's most interesting is, there was a time when the 3 city-states were at war with each other. That disappeared in lore about 50 in-game years ago, when the Shadow Lord first appeared. The city-states had to unite and work together to put him down, which they did. Since then, they're still on a somewhat rocky relationship. In fact, fairly rocky, actually. The Republic of Bastok, in particular, has misgivings, particularly about Sandoria. I mean, like, you wouldn't believe how much they are not entirely sure. Okay, we're on F5, so we gotta go a little bit further north. And we're looking for Arjun, is their name. These things. This is part of the crafting system, which we will not be touching, because there's no reason to, other than these here. We'll cover those at a much later date, when we get something we actually need to use them on. Okay, wide scan. There we are. Wide scanning is very useful. Ah, a new recruit! What are you doing in this city? Get out there and slay some fiends. That's where the money is. Speaking of money, I haven't seen that gambler all day. Has he run off again? You know him. I reckon he's out scouring the parade grounds for suckers with guilt to wager. Who does he think he is? Running off when we've got piles of work to do. I'll give him a good lashing when he gets back. Back we go. This is one of those weird quests that got temporarily removed. Back in 2007. He got brought back once they fixed his RNG. The team is in southern L6. Southern Sandoria. Let's see, they said in Victory Square, didn't they? Victory Arch. I'm not sure where Victory Arch is. Let's go there. That's probably the best spot for it. I must admit that holiday music does have a nice bop to it. More so than the standard dun-dun. Honestly, the normal Sandoria music is just quite boring. It really, really is. That's who we're looking for. Nun-Tree. He should be over here. Oh no, Varcat. It's supposed to be Varcat. There he is. That was an optional one. What? Those blokes at the Carpenters Guild are looking for me, are they? I'll tell you what, we'll play a game of chance. If you win, I'll go see them. 5 gil per game. Pay your bet up front. Right. We have to actually trade him. Gil. That's your bet. Now we play. Both roll 2 dice. Higher score wins. Even scores are a draw, of course. I'll roll first. It's a 6 and a 4. Now your turn. 5 and a 1. It's gonna be a little bit, because this is completely random. Oh, it's a 3 and a 3 for a total of 6. Looks like a 6 and a 4 for 10 and all. Beats my 6. Here's your 10 gil. As promised, I'll go see about those wood chippers. Maybe we can play a game another time. Well, we won. You'll supposedly head back and talk to I'll agree. We should see if that actually happens. $1.4. That's the Augury. He's around the corner. There you are. Yeah, it's the new recruit from before. See, you're the one who's got Varsha to show up again. I don't remember asking you to fetch him, but I owe you thanks anyway. Here, take this. Free map and 2,000 experience. That should put us right about level 9.5. The important thing to remember about Final Fantasy XI, and this is something I didn't mention, but it's well known. If you die, you will lose experience. You can, in fact, level down. It's quite sad that that's a thing that can actually happen. But, that is the case. Let's see, there's one thing I need to look up. Okay. J8. There's a person we need to meet at J8. Possibly. Right, we need to do it on this map. Mainly because there's a bunch of things we need to purchase from him that will come in handy once we are able to hit Selbina. If not, there's another person we have to check out. But mainly we have to worry. There we go. Sandoria is in last place. Crap. Well, they are most definitely not, it's not gonna be for sale there, then. We can't do anything, and we can't buy them straight out until we get to Windhurst. So all I can do is hope that this guy's not gonna cause too much of a headache. He might, honestly. His availability is weird because he's a regional vendor. Let's see, we're looking for Antonian. There you are. Not available. Oh, what are their other options then? Cabbages are moss. Loss can only be gotten from killing enemies. That's what I was afraid of. So it was either 24 stacks, 24 stacks, or 75 stacks. I really don't want to do 75 stacks of cabbages. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to do 75 stacks of cabbages. 24 of corn is bad enough. Bad enough to why I automated it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh well. That was worth a shot. That was worth a shot. It was worth a shot trying to get that done in advance. I should probably introduce you to the map vendors. Because they're important. They're important to keep around. I normally go with the Bastock one, because he's just easy to find. But every place has one, and you're going to need maps. Let's see, did that affect our fame at all? No, our fame is still, piss. For lack of a better term. Let's see, she's at G10. Let's see, and it should be Violet here. This is someone they added later on, but you can just buy all your maps. And my goodness, we are going to need them. Especially for later. Let's see. That was Gelsba Outpost. Might as well, there it is. Gelsba. And we're also going to want to pick up our basic maps of the other cities. Fortunately, as we can see, you can see here, they get removed from the list, including Juno. Let's see. Quiffham's always a good one to have. We're gonna need Quiffham at some point. Ordell's Caves. Yeah. We'll not worry about Devoy yet. Gideus. Toro Ruins. Doublet. Crawler's Nest. We'll be spending a lot of time there once we get to certain levels. Trust me. Norg. Norg's a good one to have. Raron Gardens. Voida Tree. Well, we're in need of running some missions. This is where Enderesion here shows up. A recruit? What do you want with this gatehouse? A mission, please, sir. Not much work for those wet behind the ears. What? How about slaying some orcish scouts? Only the yellowest of yearlings would run from that. Got no work for cowards here. Just take the mission, I'll be happy to explain it. Now tell me more. Here's your mission. Orcish scouts roam outside, kill one, and bring me his axe as proof. You'll have to bring me an orcish axe. No other kind will do. Understand? That's all. You'll take the mission then? Sure. Bring me one of those axes, and your mission will be a success. No running away now. We have a proud country to defend. That is how most of these early missions start. You talk to the guard. You can directly trade crystals with the guard, and that will boost your fame. In fact, that's the best way to skip certain quests. Trust me, there are certain quests you just skip. Like, no one does them. There it is. It's on the other button. Scenario. I think I could probably drop those down to like 6 seconds. Oh, Milialapo is slightly wrong. Okay, what did I spell incorrectly? Do I really have an extra space in there? Oh, I do, bloody hell. I do. One problem. Fortunately, that's what this button's for. That should be working. Why is it not working? Macros, what seems to be the problem with you? Refra all. That should do it. Refa all. Refa all. Oh right, trusts are on cooldowns. What kind of cooldowns are we looking like? 2-minute cooldowns. Well, we have a healer. That's about all we need. So we need to kill some orcs until they drop an axe. In theory, we could have done that at any time. Let's see if we can't find them. Orcish fodders. There they are. There's one over there. Let's see if there's anything in the field manual regarding those. There might be one involving those. Cancel our current training regimen. Page 2 is rabbits. No. Page 3. Beetles and fungars. No. 4 orcs and 2 scarabs. It's not great, but... Record of Eminence just ticked over. Let's see, it went from lizards to... Let's see, vanquish enemies, always have that set. Do... Anything else? Ah, yes, missions. Sandoria rank 1. There we go. That one is set. And cracking treasure caskets. Now this one, I believe blue ones do technically count. There we go, now we can get the full trust system running. Though at our current level, we only have access to 1 tank, 1 healer, and in theory, 1 DPS. But yes, if you ever have a chance, Shantoto 2 is your best option. She just is. Wide scan for the orcs. Where did he go? Scare beetles are down there. As are the orcs. Excellent. Just beyond this bridge. Like I said, these early missions are much like before when we had to come out here. They're just really to introduce you to the basics of combat. You know, get you your required weapon skills. Mainly so we can get the... Right, this is the entrance. This is how you get into East Ranafar. Ranfare. Which is not where we want to be. Crap. Our trusts despawn between maps. I keep forgetting that. Let's go back and resummon our trusts. Okay, Tenzin's back. At least it resets our cooldowns. At least that. You'll notice people saying nothing, really, in the Unity chat. That's what the yellow ones are. That's mainly because there is a record of eminence to say something in Unity chat. It does not care what. I normally just use an auto-translate hello. But there's also a limited number of room to speak into the Unity chat, so good luck. I'm not joking either. It's like good luck. Dingbats, they don't drop anything. There is an outpost out here, isn't there? Yes. It's a bit further to the south. We'll have to swing by there. There's some orcish fodders. However, there's a problem with using all your trusts. Things die stupid fast. You will not gain combat skills efficiently. Let's just say that. Things, especially with Valenial here. As you saw, the Uriel Blade is just... It's good. It is mayhaps a little too good. And that's a problem. So swear there's more orcish fathers around here. There are, in fact. In the opposite direction. There they are. There's also an orc mage. The one advantage to Valeniel is things just die in wide proximity to him. I mean, stupidly wide proximity. Oh, Beastman Seal. That's cool. These are useful for endgame, for more endgame shenanigans. Or further endgame shenanigans, I should say. Let's see. There are more. Wild sheep. I'm trying to remember where I found a lot of orcish fodder at. I don't remember. I think it was right around here, too. I might have to mute Unity chat. The one advantage to trust is, they're just very effective at killing things. No, they also don't attack until you do, so you'll always get the first hit off. And you're gonna need weapon skills. Like, a lot of weapon skills. Where is Scare Beetles? There's Scare Beetles over here. Off to our left. Off to our west. There he is. Still no axe. Still no axe. There's the Scare Beetles right here. There is no... Oh, there he is. And another Earth Crystal. And another level. We're gonna hit level 10 here pretty quickly. I think that's one of the, I think that's an NM that just spawned. Did we accidentally spawn an NM? We might have. That's a special name, and it was a red marker, too. That normally means you summon something. And I think that one's by... Oh, no. That... No? That is an NM. I was not expecting that. Let's have a look. Come on. Ita. Amanita. It is a very... Ooh. Okay. NM. It is an NM. It is Level 5 to 6. So it's a weak NM. Very weak. Oh my god, the very common drop. That's an equipment slot item. That goes... I believe that's an offhand... Yes, that's an offhand strap. Believe it or not, offhand straps are often used in endgame. Honestly, that's not a bad one either, because that's just a straight-up attack boost. Across all your jobs. That's good. That's just a good thing to have. Especially considering there are jobs, plenty of jobs, that don't use offhand things. 'Cause I believe you can use the straps with two-handed weapons. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, because Rune Fencer uses exclusively two-handed, and they can use straps. Carrion worms. Two scare beetles down the other side. Do we have any more? Huh. I have to look up these ones. Zoviars? Okay, he's just an NPC. A Velon. Okay, that's another NPC. I was concerned there for a moment. There is no more fodder? Really? We've cleared out all the orcish fodders that are down here? Except for that guy who's respawned. I suppose we should go kill him. Where was the other one? I saw a second one. Okay, both of the orcish fodders we've killed have respawned. Now, there are ways in which we can help our drop rates. And that's specifically through the use of skills. And there's a very specific skill. And it's called Treasure Hunter, or TH. It is innate to Thief. Still no axe. Which actually makes Thief a very good class to sub-job when we get that option. There's also items that give Treasure Hunter. I hate this. Something about our X or Y axis is just slightly off. There we go. And we've got a rabbit hide, too. And there we go. Spoils has been completed. Does it matter what's in the chest? Not at all. Let's see if that scare beetle's respawned. He in fact has. Now you might think to yourself, well, that orcish axe, that sounds like something we could equip. You would be 100% correct. That is in fact a weapon you can in fact equip. It's not very good. I mean, it's decent for an axe, but it's not good. And that's actually why Valenial here is considered the best trust, the best tanking trust early on, is because he just deals they just deal massive damage. There's a downside to them, and that is the wide-ranging ability, the wide range of the Uriel blade they use. It is very wide and will attract everything it touches. And it is a lot that it tends to do. Okay, let's check our status. Combat level. Okay, sword has been equipped. Okay, we've learned... I can almost guarantee we've learned... Oh, don't quite have the TP to use our weapon skill. And we do need to do that. Use our weapon skill on this rabbit when he stops. You can stop at any time, rabbit. Right, I have to decide to attack first. I'm not entirely sure if that went off or not. It did. Disengage. Disengage, boys, disengage. Now, theoretically, the items you'd be picking up, you know, the rabbit hides, the insect wings, those are useful, theoretically, but I'm not too concerned about it. And why would we? That wraith bat. All right, that is that's a particular for the Halloween event. Right, we wanted to actually grab the ow. Yeah, while we were out here, we wanted to grab the outpost, the southern outpost survival guide. Because a lot of these places, in fact, pretty much every map has a survival guide on it. And it's very useful to go bouncing and teleporting between them. So while you're out on a map, even if you're just doing what we're doing, and just doing some basic shenanigans, it's useful to pick it up. So you go this way, and then we have to go right around the next set of mountains. Because believe it or not, they're not joking. There are mountains everywhere. Is this the one we go? Yeah, this is the set that juts out into the world. It's the next set we go right around. Forest Fwungars. They're not aggressive, fortunately. The Orc Grappler, maybe, but, not like he's gonna do anything. I mean, he will try and do something, but... Goblins. Kill the goblin. Now, if you've played Final Fantasy XIV, you might be looking at it and being like, oh, you're just picking on the poor goblins. No. Goblins are just nasty. They've got all the skills you'd expect them to, including throwing of bombs. They're not fun. Cancel our current training regimen. Now, the most important thing that this lets us do, if your country is in charge of an outpost, which ours is, and I don't know how they change hands, but they do, this guy will give you a chance to trade in evoliths, which are a thing that you can find. And they're very useful to turn in. Anyway, now that we've got the survival guide, let us teleport to the one in northern Sandoria. We don't have many tabs, and it is a lot of gil at the moment. But that's just for the moment. Those are only big bats. I was hoping to get more missions done, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure what time it is in game. Oh, there it is. Sandoria, southern Sandoria, right at the exit. Take us there. The music just sounds way too somber for my liking. Okay. Incredion. Finished your current mission. Think I'll get another. Oh, right, we need to trade him. Trade him the axe. Silly. Duh. Special reward, fire crystals. Oh, you're back. Well, if you're happy to have defeated an orc or two, you've a long way ahead of you. For one so new, I'd be... Lord Knight, forgive this interruption, but there's something I must ask of you. I question whether Lord Louette has truly passed away 15 years ago. Tell me, of what cause did she die? Who are you? Why do you pry with such inquiries? Please, I've traveled from afar to see your highness. You what? Very well, listen closely. 15 years ago, Queen Louette fell to a rare sickness. She left this world before we could save her. So an illness claimed her life. Well, it's none of your concern at any rate. Even if she lived, an adventurer like you could never see her, much less the inside of Chateau de Orgueil. What was the name of her illness? We are not told such things. Only the royal family would know. That's so. Well, I thank you for your kindness, proud knight of Sandoria. Hey, wait! What was the matter with that adventurer? He's awfully stubborn, wasn't he? He seemed to know the late queen personally. How could he not be aware of her death? At any rate, your work is done. Excellent form, my friend. And that should have... Yes, they gave us rank points. Still rank 1. We expect that much. Time for the next mission. Now, some of these missions can be repeated. Have you ever set foot into King Rampert's tomb? 200 years ago, the curtain fell on the golden age of Sandoria. Civil war erupted over the kingdom's hegemony. King Rampert was there to extinguish the conflict. When he died, he was interred in a great tomb south of East Ronfair. But unknown hands have defiled his grave of late. Visitors report missing gravestones, shadows twisting the caverns. Ravaging a royal tomb is an unforgivable crime. The orders are to investigate the tomb and determine if there's any truth to what they say. Do you understand? I implore you to take haste to King Rampert's tomb. You may find proof of grave robbers there. But wander too deeply in, and the goblins might find you. Tread boldly, my friend, but don't go in over your head. That was the map we picked up earlier. Basic things about TP points. And it's giving us a basic, all sorts of other tutorials. Okay, it's gonna force us to go look at the auction house. And I believe it's also gonna force us to craft a thing. Just one, just to give you an introduction to crafting. Just any one of these windows will work. You'll find all sorts of things there. Well, maybe. Maybe if you're on Asura. But here on Bahamut, the population is smaller. But you'll still find things. Here we go. The Empress bands, the Chariot bands, and the Emperor bands. And now we talk to the Templar Knight here. And we want to spend our conquest points. Common items. Here we go. You want the Empress band. Because here's the thing. It's got a 50% bonus for a maximum bonus of 15,000. Has 7 charges. Versus the Chariot band, which is a 75%, but has a lower cap. Chariot band is not as useful because it's got a lower cap. The Emperor band has a 50% at 30,000, but you only get 3 charges, which means its overall effectiveness is less. The Empress band is the best one you can have. And you can only have one of them. Okay, until level 31, you will not get leveling down. Once you hit level 31, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get a 10% 10% experience reduction. And we just obtained an actual piece of equipment that goes on our ear, the Re-Raise earring, which is actually not a bad item to have. I don't think I've ever really used it. But it's good to have. Same thing with our rings. We don't have any other rings to speak of, so we might as well put the Empress Band on, even though it doesn't really do any good. But in theory, we can. Put on the brass cap. Now we just look a little silly. He said we need to go to Lathane Plateau next. And that is the next area, because that's where the next hardest enemies are. Okay, I'm in the wrong run affair. That's fine. Shoot, we could probably upgrade our gear if we were concerned about it. Yeah, because we're currently level 11, so yeah, the next set of gear is unlocked for us. Yeah, and once enemies get too weak to be worthwhile, you're not going to get any experience from killing them. So we've already out-leveled everything in this zone. Which is a little disappointing, but it is to be expected. And that's without the XP ring. Imagine if we were using the XP ring. H11. That's all the way to the south. Yes, yes it is. And we need to be there between 6 to 6. 6 at night to 6 in the morning. Because the big thing we need to kill, like our dingbats, and only the dingbats in that zone drop what we're looking for as proof that we've done it. They only spawn from 6 to 6, and it's only there, and it's only in the tomb. That's kind of the thing 11 pulls. Which is, it's not bad, but it would be nice if there was, oh, I don't know, an in-game bestiary you could look this up in. Which there is I believe there's a partially implemented bestiary, but they just stopped working on it at some point long in the past. Like a lot of things in 11, that was some things they partially worked on and just stopped. Here we go. Aha! 2 critical hits in a row! Anyway, other than that silly orc, it's H11, so it is just straight up south. Yeah, you can see it. It's the ruins over there. I don't think it's exactly these ruins, but it's ruins to the south. Yeah, it's one of the exits that isn't on the map. This is one of the annoying ones. Like, it's not on the map. I mean, it's kind of implied. Like, if you follow the road, it'll lead you right to it. But it's also kind of hidden and annoying. And they weren't kidding about the goblins. There are goblins. Fortunately, we should be strong enough to where they shouldn't mess with us. Okay, where's the entrance again? I think it's over here. Gotta be over here. Bloody goblins. Goblins. Ever annoying. I really don't want to deal with them. One thing you'll learn about enemies in 11, they don't give up. They don't have a tether range. Ah, bloody hell. Which means, yes, these goblins are going to hound us until we zone out. I've already forgotten exactly how to get here. Ah. Especially with the auto run turned on. God, your controls are just terrible. Turn off the auto run, please. Thank you. Great, now I'm poisoned. I just forgot to turn on my trust on this map. That's all. Stop poisoning me, please. I just forgot to turn them on. That's all. Fortunately, all you have to do is zone. And now here we are, the grounds of valor. That'll fulfill that objective. Now we summon the thrusts. Even though the bats aren't going to be here for another hour and a half in-game. Okay. Where are you, dingbats? On the map. That's for NMs. It just does not say. It says, no, it says there are 30 spawns. 2 bats at the entrance and more at the tombstone. Alright. Since we're going to be in here for the long run, it's a good thing we picked up a map. Because we're going to be killing a lot of bats when they spawn. Into the tomb we go. Unfortunately, these mouse bats also don't drop them. Although the Grounds of Valor did say we needed to kill some. Also a bunch of goblins, but that's beside the point. Speak of the devil. Ah, we found a circlet, too. Sometimes enemies do just drop normal items. Does not happen that often. Okay, we need to go left. Or to the right. Okay, a half hour until those bats start to show up. Somewhere around here. Right, the worms. Also one of the most annoying enemies we're gonna find. They just start spitting rocks at you. And that's just bloody annoying. I'm gonna be honest. Mouse bats. Ah, another goblin. Good, we needed to kill some goblins. Sometimes these goblins are just annoying. And there we go. We've got a man voucher. Those can be exchanged for a variety of goods and services. The bats should have spawned. And there we are. I saw that dingbat. Which, as we can see, is a group of very tiny bats. And he dropped the bat wing. Which is not what we wanted him to drop. Millennial uses that all the bloody time when it's on cooldown. Oh, someone else is out here fighting dingbats. Oh no, they were after the NM. I'm on the NMs. Alright, goblins. Thank you, Millennial. Let's see. We need to find some more dingbats. The hardest part is finding them. Goblin Weavers over here. Carrion Worm. I'm actually on the Bahamut server. At least with this character. My other characters are on Asura. Because that was the recommendation at the time. Because Asura still technically has the higher population. But Bahamut is a close and generally recommended second. Just the Beastman seal. Okay, Goblin Weaver. If you're gonna insist on attacking us, least you can do is die nicely. We're not gonna get these orcish male skills, are we? Not nicely. And the worst part is, it's... at least the main wiki says there's like 30 spawns for these things. I don't know where they are. Yeah, I've seen several posts about people being... the Lakshmi server being... it's one of the smaller servers. But I've seen several Reddit posts about people being like, oh, I'm on Lakshmi. I'm like, that seems to be a distant fourth? Third? Something like that. It's like, if you don't want to be on Asura, or Bahamut, or... I know Shiva's said to be a... I've seen Shiva floating around too. But it's like... I've heard of the Lakshmi server. Must have a decent, somewhat decent population. More bat wings that I really can't do anything with. I don't like the fact that there's an enchanted bones here. Okay. Yeah, I've heard about some of the server merging that they've done. One thing I've done that's helped the game run... yeah, a lot of the items are tradable like that. Really? Oh, right. Oh, right. Yeah, there's a... that is a thing you can do. If we can ever get them to drop, that is. If I'm remembering right, I had to spend like 2 in-game days trying to farm them. On the first time I did this mission, it was very annoying, and that was with the white rareb hat +1 helping the drop rate. We don't have that. We don't have that right now. Like, I've got no boosts for any drop rates going on. Which is why it was surprising that I got the trap from that one NM. I think Spook's an NM. I'm just getting... I think Spook's an NM. Yes. Oh, yes. He's an NM. He's alive, too. I wouldn't take him on otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Thief could be an actual class I'd recommend starting out with, for a little bit at least. Yeah, for low level. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have started as Red Mage, let's be honest. The drop rate increase for TH1 is the most important one. Like, you can get multiple levels of Treasure Hunter. Yeah. Oh, no doubt, Spook will be back. We'll probably have plenty of time to try and kill him. If we can ever get these bats to drop anything. I know any class is fine. It's just that first level Treasure Hunter is, like, so good. I mean, it makes drop rates go from, like, what's it, like 5% to, like, 23? It's a ludicrous boost, that first level. Everything after that is not quite as useful. But if you can get that first level Treasure Hunter, then oof, everything just gets so much faster and easier to farm. At least I think that's the data, if I'm remembering the data right. There's been a lot of mathing over the last 22 years this game's been out. A lot of enchanted bones. And a dingbat. In fact, it's really, for most people, not recommended going beyond, if you can help it, going beyond Treasure Hunter 3. I mean, you can stack it up to 7? 9? Something like that? But it's like, you have no reason to go beyond 3. Really. Mostly at that point is because it just becomes hard to... It just becomes hard to get beyond 3. Because that requires specific tactics and trusts to just have a minute chance increase, because it's not much past 3. It's like a 1 to 2% increase at most, maybe 3. And I think we've successfully reached the point where we are no longer getting experience. Come on. Would you target something that's going to attack, that I can attack, please? Can I please get to them? One downside of trusts. Sometimes they get in the way, and you can't do anything about it. Beastman Seal, more wind crystals. I mean, that's all good stuff, but that's not what we're here for. Also, probably the most important thing, don't log out of the game while in a dangerous area. It should go without saying, but hey, we've all done it. It's not a good thing. If you're not murdered immediately upon relogging, you will. You will die. Trying to find my way back to that main tomb. Because I know there were more dingbats around there. Another double dingbat. More bat wings. I thought it was a very common drop. No, it is a rare drop. These are, in fact, a rare drop. Right. That's why they're taking for bloody ever. Oh, Spook's back. Spook is now dead. Oh no, he's not dead. Oh, bloody world. I thought I turned that add-on. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. He dropped the back. Dropped the Traveler's Mantle. Nice. We'll have to look at what that is. God, I thought I turned that. I'll have to see about turning that add-on off. Let's add that to... And let's see what it actually does. Usable for red mages. I'd expect most things would be. 'Cause, oh, evasion +3. That's really good. That's a really good back cape. You were not joking. That's 3 free levels of evasion. That's really good for red mage. Because especially early on, in fact, for quite a while, there's actually not that much back gear in the game. At all, that's useful. Same thing's true of a lot of necklaces. There's not a lot of necklaces either that I'd say are actually any good. Rings too. Rings also fall into that category. Oh, God, I should have picked up the, there we go. The tomb for here. Kill a bunch of enemies in the tomb. Because those actually give somewhat decent rewards. Yeah, that evasion +3 is going to come really, really in handy. Still nothing. There we go. We got him. Might as well kill these bones. They're asking to get... These bones are asking for trouble since they're right here. More crystals never hurts either. That was kind of annoying. Oh yeah, you'll have more sparks than you know what to do with very quickly. West side, yes. Yeah, he's there. I'm already wearing a bunch of gear I got from Sparks. In fact, the Acheron shield thing is a great way to make some gil. Early on, at least. Because you'll need some gil. I want to say it's at least 100,000 to get into Seekers, which has a 7 to 8 month startup list. Don't even worry about that expansion. If I'm remembering correctly. I know there's one where you need like 100,000 gil or something stupid like that. Or maybe it's 1,000,000. I'll have to look it up, because I know it's in the Seekers, one of the early Seekers missions. No? There's one of them. Because I know it's not getting access to Norg that's the problem. I swore it was one of the missions that had that. Ooh, we got some feet gear. Some ash clogs. I don't think they're going to be that useful. We'll check them out. Spook might have respawned. No, he hasn't, oddly enough. Oh, speak of the devil. There he is. This is one of the annoying things. Sometimes the game will auto-target an enemy that you've aggroed. Other times it won't. The game is very inconsistent about that. The next step, after we get that, we touch the tombstone. It'll be a little bit before we start heading to Juno, but not too much longer. Okay, that's what it was. In Kazam Pass, okay. I think I got the 3 keys on my main character because I, for some reason, didn't have the money. King Rampia. It is I, Rushaphon. Does your majesty not remember me? Often in youth did I hear stories of your majesty's glorious reign. I longed to grow into a great man like the Dragon King Rampier. Try though I did, I have failed. I've lost everything, even my most sacred of possessions. Your Majesty, please tell me, where has the sword disappeared? Did you dismiss it? Who's there? Just an adventurer. In search of tomb robbers? Well... Yes. As of late, many of the cairns are missing. Who could it be? For what end? Wait, could the sword be here? Say not another word, or Ashafon. Adventurer, look no further than the bats for your proof of tomb robbing. Whoever came left much before departing. Come, Rajafan, we go. And that's why we had to kill the bats. Specifically, that's why we had to kill the bats. Oh yeah, the music in 11 is really good, really atmospheric. However, the lack of voice acting is, granted, it is 20 years old. And for an MMO of its time period, you really wouldn't expect voice acting. But man, in the modern day and age, it is kind of like, ooh, could really use it. But it's that's one of those quality of life things that costs far more than it should to invest into. I don't want to imagine the sheer volume of text they would have to try and voice. Well, that poor guy dealt 12,000 damage to that poor Locust Dire Bat. I'm gonna assume that's probably one of the bigger NMs that's just floating around here. Yeah, 'cause we don't have a warp ring yet either. So getting out is, well, not a trek, but yeah. And that's a bit of the unfortunate thing. It was a PlayStation 2 game that got ported to everything. And it did get ported to a lot of things. And then, I'm not saying there's things they couldn't do to make it a bit more of a better game in the modern day, but I know the fan base would not. Most of the fan base for 11 plays 11 because it plays like it is always played. Other than Trusts, the addition of Trusts was probably one of the best moves they've made, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, it got ported to everything. I saw someone post on the Reddit specifically about they had their they had their 360 copy of the disc, and it was like, yeah, I forgot the 360 was a game, was a thing that could play this. Granted, I'm playing it on controller, so it plays well enough on controller. Then again, even on PC, you played it with mostly just your macros. In fact, that's still the recommended way to play it. Not that anyone will tell me how you're supposed to properly set up an endgame macro, so I can even get an idea of what they look like. Grumble, grumble. That's just me whinging a little bit, that's all. Just let me whinge a little bit about that. Oh yeah, it's clearly meant for controller. And it plays well enough for controller. But still, macros are considered the best way to play it. Even still today. Always have been, always will be. And we go to Sandoria. Still don't have a ton of tabs. Don't worry, we'll eventually be rolling around in those too. We should be level 14. If we head out to Lethane Plateau next time... We should hit level 18 pretty quickly. Should probably head for Selbina. Could probably hit level 18 by the time we hit there. Especially if we use the Empress Ring. Right, we have to trade him. I keep forgetting every time. Those are not good weapons. I mean, not good feet. That's a decent ring, though. Well, with the light resistance and the stat boost. So, you got this from the bats in Rampier's tomb? See, this actually belonged to an orc. What could orcs want with a tomb? At any rate, your mission is over. Speak not a word of this to another. Yeah, sometimes the gate guards can be a little dismissive. Oh god, the sun just came up. The third mission is now available. What about that a little later? I was hoping Sandoria would be in first, so we could get some milkhorn. Let's see, we're level 14, so we should be able to pick up... Yeah, he should. He should, yeah. Let's get ourselves a better weapon. And let's have a look. What do we have defensively? Level 10 headgear. Level 11. Level 16. Bone gear's pretty good. Might as well pick up some of that while we can. A couple of levels lower. A couple levels low on it. Never hurts to have. It's not as iconic as like the beetle armor or is this better? 15. 10. 9. Not that much better. Yeah, save the kids is the next mission. It's not a... That one, I think, that one takes a little bit, and we are running rapidly out of time, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the first one that'll... That's the one that'll take a little bit. That's our first introduction to the Burning Circle normal enemies. See if I can't find... Lower Juno. I'm trying to find a place that sells spells. Looks like it's mostly Lower Juno that sells spells for Red Mage, so we're just stuck with... We're just stuck with just basic spells. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Again, but even then, it's like it's 1 point of defense difference, so it's just... I think the bone gear's just better because it's 1 point of defense, and you just get the better evasion. So I find the bone gear just better. Or at least that's what I did when I was on my... One of my other characters leveling things. through this range. I just kept the bone gear, and it was just really good. It's not a big deal. Spells get expensive later, I know that. I'll worry about buying them once we get to... I know Selbina has a... Is it Selbina that has a... Yeah, Selbina has a spell shop. As does Bastok. I don't think Sandoria does, which is really weird. Can I even find what I'm looking for? I hate how this is set up. Let's see, we're looking for Milkhorn. There it is. There is? Huh. In the port. Okay, I have not been to the port, and no one is selling Milkhorn. That is absolutely sad. In the port. Okay. Because if I can get some enfeebling or enhancing skill going. Tucked in the corner. Okay. Well, we'll have to head there. Because that's the one part of Sandoria we've not been to. Is the port. Now the home point, current region. From north, we go... There we go. Also might have to look at some what other little missions we can do until we can... Technically, we have to be able to get to Windhurst in order to buy Milkhorn for relatively cheap. And that's going to be a little bit. It's just easier to grind fame once you get to Selbina. Unless you're in Windhurst. There's an easier... I don't know. I do not understand why Windhurst gets the easy fame grind. Oh, there it is. Shows you how often I've been to the port. I see it. Regine's Magic Mart. Might as well pick up at least a couple of these home points while we're at it. Yeah, it's definitely tucked out of the way, whereas the one in Bastok you just can't miss. And I'm not actually sure in Windhurst where theirs is. Mostly because I hate how Windhurst is laid out. God, Windhurst is badly laid. We'll see when we get to Windhurst how bad it is. There we are. Regine, what do you sell? I want to buy magic. Let's check white magic. What do you even have? Cure spells. Kiragas. Blind spells. Shell. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Protect. Might as well purchase those. Aqua Veil. I have to back out in order to see what black magic they have. They're not gonna have the end spells, are they? I was hoping for enhancing spells. Yeah. The one thing I will say that's nice is you only have to learn the spells once and you'll have them in your spell book. No matter what class you're on, you don't have to buy them multiple times. But you do have to meet criteria for them. Are there any others? Blind, poison, ya. Shell, yeah. Yeah. Especially early D&D, but that was very clearly a thing. Scrolls of Stone. What could that be a reference to? Everyone just wants to buy Scrolls of Stone. What in the world could that be? It's a mystery to everyone. No, it really isn't. Then the brass Xiphos. Opal Band. Yeah, that's a pretty respectable thing for a level 14 at the moment. Well, while I search for more information on where I can find the end spells, not that we could learn many of them anyway. In fact, we can't learn the first one until level 16. So we're not even going to worry about that, because we'll be on our way to Selbina before then. Well, we could theoretically unlock sub-jobs. We'll worry about that next time. We'll also worry about saving the children! Because that's going to be important. That's going to be very important to do. Because that'll give us rank 2. Maybe by then, Sandoria will have gotten their heads out of their butts and taken first place in Conquest. I don't count on it. I think we're going to have to go to Windhurst to buy corn. We can do that once we're in Selbina, though. Once we get to Selbina, then we'll worry about it. So, until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow for... Oh, what's the demo? What's the demo of the week? I've already forgotten. Let's look at schedule. Astliba. Revision. That's a name. Yeah, no problem. Even though I've played a lot of decent, not even a decent amount. For a game that's 22 years old, a decent amount is you've been playing for 15 years. For someone who's played over the last year and a half, there's still things I forget. And even following the guide, there's still things I forget. And so having you here really does help jog the memory of things. So we'll see you all next time. I'll be playing Final Fantasy XI next Tuesday morning. Same time slot. The children will get saved. And we'll be on our way to Selbina. Which means we might actually be able to get the first Rhapsodies of Vanadiel section done as well.